Okay, skin nourishment. 244. Blood and lymph are the fluids that nourish the skin. Okay, so blood and lymph. 那个 Julia Kim 在哪里？Julia， 上次那个考 B104， 你不是问我那个有那个问题吗？148 nutritious the fluid that 什么 nutritious fluid 对，就是因为这个 sentence lymph are fluids that nourish the skin。那个考题是从这里来的，我已经跟校长查过了，就是因为这本书这个看到吗？Blood and lymph are the fluids that nourish the skin。所以它就是
那个的话，那个答案是两个吗 ？Blood 都
对 lymph， 可是那边，所以它里面它是说 tissue， 所以答案是 lymph。因为那个 question 不是我们学校弄的，那个 question 是那个 State Board 弄的。我们那些整个考卷都是 State Board 发出来的。
OK， 知道了。
Okay. On BE104, there's a question 148. It says the nutritious fluid found in the tissue. It's because of this one here. Lymph are fluids that nourish the skin. Okay, so that's why if you look at, see here, nourishment through the blood and lymph system. So if you look here, this is your blood vessel, and this is your lymphatic capillary or the lymph capillary. Okay, the lymph is basically responsible for removing toxins from your body. Okay, now let's look here. Okay, so blood and lymph are fluids that nourish the skin. Networks means a lot. Okay, like the cables. Okay, so wires, network. Okay, network of arteries and lymphatics send essential material for growth and repair through the body. Water, vitamins, and nutrients are all important for skin care health. So blood supplies nutrients and oxygen to the skin. Nutrients are molecules from food such as protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Topical products also nourish the epidermis. Now, so this one tells you the blood, right, supplies nutrients. Okay, that means food, okay, to our body, and also oxygen, okay, to our skin. So now the nutrients are molecules from fruits such as, so the blood contains protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Okay, these are all broken down from food. Okay, and topical products. Topical, this word topical means apply on the skin. Okay, topical 的意思是外敷。Okay, so topical products means like moisturizer, creams, gels. All these are called topical products. Okay, 外敷就好像 moisturizer 啊、gel 啊、cream 啊，这些都叫 topical products. Okay, 外敷产品。Nourish the epidermis, 滋润表皮层。OK， 然后这边是告诉你血里面有营养，这些营养是从食物 OK 抽出来的，就比如这个蛋白 carbohydrate 叫什么 carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. 其实在我们身体上面 carbohydrate 是一种糖类。Okay? Carbohydrate is a form of sugar in our body. Okay? Carbohydrate, it's a form of sugar in our body. Like glucose, saccharide, all this are from carbohydrate. 就好像那个葡萄糖是吗？ Is it called 葡萄糖 Glucose? 对，葡萄糖其实也是从那个葡萄糖是从葡萄糖是从 carbohydrate 里面抽出来的。Okay? Glucose, saccharides, polysaccharides, all this are sugar. Okay? Taken out from carbohydrates and fats. Fats is also from your food. Okay? 所以这些营养呢是分子在你的血管里面呢譬如说蛋白，这个什么一氧什么刚才叫什么？哎呦，老年痴呆症。碳水化合物和脂肪。Okay, now lymph, the clear fluid of the body that resemble blood plasma, but contain only colorless corpuscles, bathe the skin cells, remove toxins and cellular waste, and have immune functions that protect the skin and body against disease. Okay, so the lymphatic system not only removes waste from your body, but it also helps the skin and body to fight against disease. Okay, this explains why on BE 104, the question number 148 says the nutritious fluid that is found in your tissue. It's because the lymph has the immune function that protects the skin and body against disease. Okay? So networks of arteries and lymph vessels in the subcutaneous tissue send their smaller branches up to the dermal papilla, follicles, and skin glands. The dermal papillae. Let's spell it. 皮肤爸爸. Oh my god. Hey, what kind of translation is that? I need Google Translate. This translation is horrible. Sorry, I'm trying to translate the dermal papillae for you. Dermal papillae
身体乳头
Okay, that's your dermal papillae. Okay, if this is your hair, 这是你的毛发 that's the blood vessel and the bottom of your hair. That's why it's called the dermal papillae. In Chinese, the dermal papillae is called 你们要把这个拍下来吗？其实这是日文来的。This is in Japanese. 这是日文来的，不然他们叫毛乳头。Okay, so the dermal papillae is at the bottom of your hair. It's called the dermal papillae. Okay, which just now I show it to you in our book too. We have it here. Under the hair, I told you here. This is your dermal papillae. Because dermal means blood. Papillae means this bottom of the of your. See here, the papillae of your hair. So the bottom, that's your papillae. Okay, so that's why blood papillae. So dermal papillae. Okay, this whole thing, blood vessel with the papillae. So this is your dermal papillae. Okay, dermal papillae. So the networks of arteries and lymph vessels and subcutaneous tissues and the smaller branches up to the dermal papillae, follicles, and skin glands. So I'm going to show you a video of my skin nourishment. Of your blood and your lymphatic.
Did you know your body has its own version of a sewer system for removing unwanted toxins, waste, and excess water from the body? This is called our lymphatic system. Like our blood circulation, the lymphatic system is made up of millions of little vessels that branch all around our body. But whereas arteries and veins carry blood, the lymphatic vessels are much, much finer and carry a colourless fluid called lymph. Our lymphatic system has three main duties. 1. It contains white blood cells called lymphocytes, which are used to fight infection. 2. It acts as a one-way drainage system, transporting fluid from body tissues into the blood circulation. 3. It gets rid of waste products produced by cells. As blood circulates
Sorry, I wanted to show you this. Okay. So this is your lymphatic system. The green one is your lymphatic system. The red one is the blood vessel that carries oxygenated blood. The blue one is your vein that carries deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood carries waste. That's why the lymphatic system carries the waste. Now, why the lymphatic system is also connected to the artery is because the red blood cells in there has immune or white blood cells. So all this are being transferred into your lymphatic system. That's why your lymphatic system helps to fight against infection, and also it helps to carry waste away. This is how they're being connected. 这个照片是告诉你，这个淋巴是跟这个血管都有接触。为什么呢？这个红色的血管是那个血是里面有那个氧气，蓝色的是那个血管代表那个血是没有氧气，蓝色也代表那个血是把那些污垢从我们身体排掉。OK， 那红色代表里面也有营养，对不对？那淋巴从两边都有抽东西，是因为第一，从这里它抽掉那些waste， 就是排毒，从这个血管这边排毒。这里呢，因为我们知道淋巴也可以帮我们防细菌嘛，所以这边红色的血管呢，它可以抽取那个白细胞来帮我们打败那些细菌，明白吗？ Understand? Yes? Good. So this picture is actually from here. Okay?
As blood circulates the body, plasma leaves the blood vessels and travels into the body.
Can you
What?
tell on English?
The English was the video. That's why I translate to Chinese. You didn't listen to the video?
I listen, but it's not clear.
This picture is from here. The green one is your lymphatic system. The red one, I did explain in English. I don't know why you missed it, okay? But let me repeat it to you one more time. The green one is your immune system, your lymph, okay? With your lymphatic vessel. The red one is your red blood, the blood vessels that carries blood that it has oxygen and nutrients. The blue one is your blood vessel that is called the vein. The vein carries deoxygenated blood back to your heart and also carry waste from your body. So the lymphatic system is connected to the artery that carries the oxygenated blood and nutritious blood, and it's also connected to your vein. Why? Because the lymphatic system will draw out the waste from your vein to flush out of your body. So the lymphatic system removes waste, right? Toxins from your body. And then it's also connected to the artery is because it draws out the immune cells, because the lymphatic system is also responsible for fighting infection and bacteria. That's why it's connected to both your artery and your veins. You understand now, Sushila?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. I'm going to show you the video one more time, okay? On the lymphatic system. Listen, okay? Please listen. 你们要大家注意听一下。
Lymphatic vessels are much, much finer and carry a colorless fluid called lymph.
Okay, so the lymphatic system carries a colorless fluid called lymph. Okay, 那个淋巴里面那个液体叫做 lymph.
Our lymphatic system has three main duties. One, it contains white blood cells called lymphocytes.
Okay, so where does the white blood cells come from? The white blood cells comes from your artery, right? 白细胞从哪里来 ？Lymphocytes 就是从你的那个血管里面抽出来的 ，OK？ So your lymph has a white blood cells called lymphocytes, okay? Which kills bacteria or virus, okay? So 你的淋巴里面有这个白血细胞叫做 lymphocytes, okay? 淋巴 lymph, okay? Lymph, 所以 lympho means lymph, the sites means cells, okay? So lymphocytes. 这是你的淋巴细胞，白血细胞。
lymphocytes, which are used to fight infection. 2. It acts as a one-way drainage system, transporting fluid from body tissues into the blood circulation.
Okay. So you heard, right? It transfer. Repeat one more time. Listen to it. Okay. This one. I need you to listen to it, please. 2.
One-way drainage system, transporting fluid from body tissues into the blood circulation.
So it transfer fluid, right, from the body tissue into the blood system.
It acts as a one-way drainage system, transporting fluid from body tissues into the blood circulation. 3. It gets rid of waste products produced by cells. As blood circulates the body, plasma leaves the blood vessels and travels into the body tissues, delivering food, oxygen, and hormones to the cells. This plasma becomes tissue fluid and surrounds all our body's tissues. It then collects waste products, excess water, and toxins from the cells. 90% of this fluid passes back into the blood circulation. However, 10% of the fluid is left behind and is known as lymph. We therefore need a system to drain this lymph fluid so that we don't end up as a swollen fluid-filled balloon, hence the lymphatic system. The lymph fluid drains into lymph vessels, where it then travels to lymph nodes, which are found all around your body. To stop backflow, the lymph vessels have one-way valves and muscular walls that contract to force the lymph forward. This is happening in millions of little lymphatic vessels in your body every minute, every day. The lymph nodes filter the lymph, destroying or trapping anything harmful.
Okay, so your lymphatic system has a lymph node. This lymph node, okay, is like a filter, okay, that traps bacteria. So it can flush out of your body. Remember, your lymphatic system is one way. It only travels one way. 你的淋巴那个液体只有一个方向，我们的血管有两个方向，有上有下，对不对？一个回去心脏，一个从心脏出来，血管有两个方向，可是淋巴只有一个方向。Your blood vessels has two directions, right? One, it brings the blood into your heart. That's your vein. The other one is the artery that brings the blood out of your heart and goes to your other parts of your body. So your blood vessels travels two way. But the lymphatic system only travels one way. No in, only out. Okay? Just remember, lymphatic system only out, no in. And you see this picture here? This is your entire lymphatic system. This is behind your ear. 你的耳朵后面. If you touch it, that's your lymph nodes. That's why when we do facial massage, we want to massage behind the ear too to drain, because that's the filter here. You want to drain the toxin down to your body. So when you do massage, it's behind your ear, along your side of your neck, down to your collarbone, and then down. Okay? So during the class in massage, will teach you. But this is your lymph node. That's why massaging your lymph node helps to release the toxins down out of your body. Okay? 所以我们做 facial massage 的时候，我们耳朵后面有那个淋巴的那个 nodes, N-O-D-E-S, nodes. Okay? 这个节叫做 nodes, N-O-D-E-S. This one, nodes. Lymph nodes and okay, lymph nodes, lymph knots. Okay.
In your body every minute, every day. The lymph nodes filter the lymph, destroying or trapping anything harmful. The lymph nodes contain white blood cells called lymphocytes, which attack and break down bacteria, viruses, damaged cells, or cancer cells. This filtering and destroying is an important part of our immune system and stops nasty substances being fed back into our bloodstream, which would make us sick. The waste products and destroyed bacteria are then carried in the lymph fluid through larger lymph vessels up to your neck, where the thoracic duct empties the lymph back into the blood circulation. The bloodstream then removes the waste products from the body as it does with other waste. As well as the lymph fluid, our lymphatic system also includes a few organs: the spleen, thymus, tonsils, and adenoids. They all have roles in helping our body fight off infections. Unfortunately, like any sewer system, things can go horribly wrong. Sometimes we get infections that cause the pumping to break down. This can cause your arms or legs to swell to huge proportions. Sometimes the debris or other bad substances can make it past lymph nodes. Sometimes cancer cells do this and spread the cancer to other parts of the body, which obviously isn't good. For now, we wish you all the best for your lymphatic health, which you can help maintain by...
So, drink lots of water, okay, and exercise. Okay, drink lots of water and exercise. 喝很多水跟运动 okay, because you want your body to be able to flush out all the toxins. Because in the video here, you can see that sometimes our lymphatic system can get stuck. Okay, so it is important for us to. Now, sometimes you get swollen, especially women. Our face gets swollen. Okay, it's because of water retention. The lymphatic system could not flush away the excessive water. That's why our face gets swollen or our leg gets swollen. It's because the lymph nodes cannot get rid of all the excessive water. 为什么我们会有水肿？譬如脚啊或者脸都会水肿，是因为我们的淋巴排不了多余的水分 ，OK， 所以才会有水肿。Okay, so that's your lymphatic system. Any questions? 有没有问题？这是你的淋巴。No? Okay, then let's talk about the blood. It's a very quick video. Okay?
Distance has been on all of our minds lately. That we've been too close.
Hello, friends. Today, we'll learn about blood. Blood is essential to keep everyone alive. It carries nutrients and oxygen to the cells in the body. Blood carries waste materials to the lungs, kidneys, and digestive system to be removed from the body. It also fights infections and carries hormones. There are various components to blood: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Let's understand about each. Plasma. It is the yellowish liquid portion of blood. Plasma is the single largest component of human blood, comprising approximately 55%. It contains water, salts, antibodies, enzymes, and some proteins. Red blood cells. Red blood cells are also called erythrocytes, or RBC. It comprises about 45% of blood. They contain a protein called hemoglobin that carries oxygen. Blood gets its vibrant red color when hemoglobin picks up oxygen in the lungs. Red blood cells live for about 120 days. Every day, the body makes new RBCs to replace those that die. RBCs are produced in the soft, fatty tissue inside bone cavities called bone marrow. White blood cells. White blood cells are also called leukocytes, or WBC. These are the cells of the immune system which are involved in protecting the body against foreign invaders and infectious diseases. White blood cells are derived from multipotent cells in the bone marrow called hematopoietic.
Okay, you can see here, lymphocytes. It's part of your white blood cells. Okay? The lymphocytes, white blood cells, another name for it is also called leukocytes. Remember this just now we saw in the book, leukocytes. Leukocytes, okay? Leukocyte is also white blood cells. Okay? So leukocyte is also white blood cells. Lymphocytes is also white blood cells. Lymphocyte is found in your lymphatic system. Leukocytes is found in your blood vessel. 这个 leukocyte 也是白血细胞 lymphocyte 也是白血细胞，分别是 leukocyte 是在你的血管里面找出来 ，lymphocyte 是在你的淋巴，因为淋巴叫 lymph， 所以叫 lymphocytes。血管里面叫做 leukocytes，OK？ 明白吗 ？Do you understand, Sushila? Sushila, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Do you understand this
Yeah.
part? Okay. So
Yes,
你们都明白吗 ？Okay. Good.
Stem cells. Platelets. If one of your blood vessels gets damaged, it sends out signals that are picked up by the tiny platelets. The platelets then rush to the site of damage and form a clot to repair the damage. Now it's time to learn how blood flows, and now it's time to learn and form a clot to
So platelets, it's for blood clot. 这个 platelets 就是帮助止血 ，OK? Blood clot, 止血 ，blood clot, OK? Blood clot. So
repair the
platelets
damage. Now
is
it's time to
responsible
learn how
for
blood
blood
flows
clot.
in the body. Oxygen you breathe in from the air passes through the lungs into your blood through tiny capillaries in the lungs. Oxygen-rich blood travels through your pulmonary veins to the left side of your heart and out of the aorta to the rest of the body. There are 8 blood types: A negative, A positive, B negative, B positive, O negative, O positive, AB negative, and AB positive. We should eat dried fruits, green vegetables, beans, whole grains, low-fat dairy, etc. to keep the blood healthy and clean. Now, you know a lot about blood.
Okay, so that's your blood. That's why your blood brings nourishment to your skin. Okay, because it fits the proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. That's how your skin makes lipid and intercellular fluid. Okay, that's how your skin makes food. Okay, so this is skin nourishment. Now the next one is cell protection. The health of your skin depends on the cellular membrane and the water holding capacity of the strontium corneum. Please remember this, strontium corneum, first layer of your skin. 当你看到这个字，你就要知道你的表皮层的第一层，死皮。Okay, it's all dead skin. Okay, strontium corneum. Okay, so the health of the skin depends on the cellular membrane and water holding capacity of the strontium corneum. 这个就是说，我们的皮肤其实要看健康不健康。第一就是表皮层的第一层，它可以保水，是吗？叫保水，就是防止水分流失。Okay, phospholipids, glycolipids, cholesterol, triglycerides, squalene, and waxes are different kinds of lipids found in the strontium corneum. Okay, phospholipid is phospholipids. Phospholipid, okay?
凝脂
是一种脂肪 Okay, now when you see the word lipid, 当你看到这个字lipid, 它其实就是
脂质
Okay, so whenever you see lipid is a form of fatty acid, that means it has to do with fats. Okay, so you can see lipid is any class of organic compound that are fatty acids or the derivative are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvent. This includes many natural oils, waxes, and steroids.
Lipids are any of the class of organic compounds that are fatty acids that are derivatives and are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. They include many natural oils, waxes, and steroids.
脂质是一类有机化合物，是脂肪酸或其衍生物，不溶于水，但可溶于有机溶剂。它们包括许多天然油、蜡和类固醇。
Okay, so that is lipid. Okay, lipid means 脂质. Okay, so next time, please, when you see the word lipid, you know it's a form of fat. OK， 以后你看到这个字 lipid， 你就知道它是脂类。OK， 就是油。OK， so you can see here glycolipid, phospholipid, and then glycol. Glycol means what? Sugar fat. Right? Glycolipid, because glycol we know is sugar. 当你看到这个 glycol 的意思就是糖。每一次你看到这个字，请你们记住 glyco 就是跟糖有关的 OK 跟糖有关的，然后 lipid 是跟脂质有关的，所以是糖脂 OK it's a sugar fat OK so glycolipid Okay, 糖脂 glycolipid. Okay, because glycol is sugar. Glycol 代表糖 ，lipid 代表脂肪的脂，所以 glycolipid 就是糖脂。Understand? Yes? Good. And then cholesterol. Cholesterol, there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. So this one we're talking about cell protection. So this is the good cholesterol. Cholesterol 你们知道吧？对不对？那个三高的 cholesterol， 它有好的跟坏的，这个是好的。cholesterol.
胆固醇
cholesterol 是
Cholesterol.
Okay, what is cholesterol?
Cholesterol is a compound of the steroid type found in most body tissues. Cholesterol and its derivatives are important constituents of cell membranes and precursors of other steroid compounds. But a high proportion in the blood of low-density lipoprotein, which transports cholesterol to the tissues, is associated with an increased risk of coronary heart disease.
So cholesterol, there's good and bad. The good one keeps your body healthy. The bad one can cause heart disease. Okay?
胆固醇是在大多数人体组织中发现的一种固醇类型的化合物。胆固醇及其衍生物是细胞膜的重要组成部分，也是其他类固醇化合物的前体。在血液中低密度脂蛋白将胆固醇转运至组织的比例较高，会增加患冠心病的风险。
So 胆固醇有好跟坏的 OK? So 我们皮肤也需要胆固醇 So our body, okay, our skin contains phospholipids, glycolipids, cholesterol. Now triglycerides. Triglycerides, how do you pronounce? Triglycerides. This is triglyceride. Triglyceride is an ester formed from glycerol and 3 fatty acid groups. Okay, so triglycerides, it's mainly natural fats and oil. Okay, a high concentration in the blood can cause stroke. Okay, so triglycerides. Triglycerides is mainly natural fat and oil. High concentration can cause stroke. 这个 triglyceride 叫做
甘油三酸酯。甘油三酸酯。
Triglycerides are the main constituents of natural fats and oils, and high concentrations in the blood indicate an elevated risk of stroke.
“甘油三酸酯”是天然油脂的主要成分，血液中的高浓度表明中风的风险增加。
Okay, so triglyceride is mainly natural fats and oil. Okay, so that's just remember triglycerides are natural fats and oil. 甘油三酸酯是天然的油脂成分。记住这个就够了，其他不用记。Okay, so whenever you see triglycerides, you know that it's tri means three. 看到这个字吗 ？Tri 就是三，就是三种不同的油脂。Okay, Okay, triglycerides means 3 kinds of fatty acids. 3. Okay, squalene. What is squalene? Squalene is a squalene. Squalene.
角鲨烯。
So squalene is an oily hydrocarbon that is found in the human sebum. Okay, squalene. So
Squalene is an oily liquid hydrocarbon which occurs in human sebum and is a metabolic precursor of sterols.
You remember what is human sebum? Sebum? 还记得这个字 sebum 吗？油。The sebaceous gland produces sebum. Okay, so squalene. Okay, it's found in the sebum.
角鲨烯是一种油状液态烃，存在于人体之中，是固醇的代谢前体。
你们把它拍下来也好，我要拿走了，没时间给你抄，你就把它拍下来。拍了吗 ？OK， 连梁英。Okay, so this one is squalene. Okay, squalene. Okay, Sushila, you understand squalene now, Sushila?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Huarawu. You okay? Okay, good. All right. Wax, la. Okay, waxes are different kinds of lipid. Okay, lipid. Remember, lipid 就是脂类 okay, fats, different types of fats found in the strontium, corneum, and the cell membrane. So your first layer of your skin, you can find all this. 你的表皮层都会有这些脂类. All these are different kinds of natural oil and fats found on your first layer of your skin. That's because your skin needs to be protected. That's why it has oil on your face to protect water from losing your skin from losing water. 为什么你的皮上面有一层油？就是因为要防止流失水分。Okay? Intercellular lipids and proteins surround the cells to provide protection, hydration, and nourish to the skin. Okay? So intercellular I'm gonna show you a quick video of your intercellular junction, okay?
My finger is on the button.
In isolation. Instead, the cells come close together, they interact with each other, and they create tissue. In this particular example, a layer of epithelial tissue, a skin tissue. So the cells kind of interact with each other and they stick to each other. And the way they stick to each other is by several cellular junctions. And these cell junctions could be of different types.
So remember demosomes? Demosome is the hairy thing, the spiky thing that connects cells together. That's demosomes. Okay? 你还记得这个字 demosome 就是那个毛毛的东西，那个细胞第四层把那些细胞都连接在一起，但是第四层找到的就是 demosomes。
So let's just quickly look at what are the broad category of cell junctions present between the two cells and what are the mode of communication between the cells. So one of the important junctions is cap junction. It is also known as channel forming junction.
I don't want to show you this video because this video is a little bit too long. Let me show you another one. Intercellular, hold on. Intercellular, where's my intercellular? Okay. Wrong video.
Go ahead and think for a moment about your very favorite food. What is it? Pizza, macaroni and cheese, chicken salad, sushi? Well, we all have different food preferences, but food is a source of large molecules that are needed for life called biomolecules. There are 4 major biomolecules that make up all of life, and this will be the focus of this video. Before we get into details about the 4 biomolecules, we need to talk about one very important vocabulary word, the word monomer. A monomer is a building block. If I had some large substance, the parts that make up the substance are called monomers, just like building blocks. We're going to talk a lot about monomers today because we need to understand what the biomolecules are made of. And we need to understand biomolecules because they're building components of life. So let's introduce the 4 biomolecules now and talk a little bit about their functions. We'll start with carbohydrates, carbs. Well, carbs are something that you've probably heard a lot about when people are talking about diets. You know, they try to go low carb, or maybe they want a lot of carbs. Diets always come and go. Pasta and breads are examples of foods heavy in carbohydrates. Carbs are actually a very important source of energy. In fact, that's one big function of carbs. They are a great, fast source of energy. If you are a marathon runner, you might want to eat a lot of carbs the night before a race. Lots of marathon runners do this. It's called pasta loading. They eat a big pasta dinner the night before they go out on their marathon. Now, carbs have a monomer. Again, remember, monomers are building blocks. The monomer for a carb is a monosaccharide. I know that's a big mouthful, but monosaccharides make up carbohydrates. Next one up is a diverse group known as lipids. Lipids are better known as fats, and they have 2 different types of building blocks. One type of building block is called a fatty acid, and the other type is called a glycerol. Now, examples of lipids include butter, oil, and cholesterol. Lipids, though, they have a lot of great functions. You might think, well, that's fat. How good can fat be? Well, it just depends when you put it into context. For example, you know those really adorable seals that you see on calendars? They have this fluffy white hair. They're actually called a harp seal. Well, they only look like that when they're babies. When they get older, they're not quite as cute. In their little baby stage, they actually have a lot of this hair that they're born with. It keeps them warm. But over time, they have to develop blubber. It's fat, and it helps keep them warm. Lipids are great for insulating. Also, you might not think about fats as being related to energy, but fats are a great source of long-term energy. They can store energy for a long, long time. Say, for example, you wanted to swim the English Channel. That's like 21 miles of swimming. The fastest swimmers might be able to do that in 7 or 8 hours, but it might take a lot longer than that for the average swimmer. More like 25 hours, and that's a lot of swimming. Well, you would want to make sure that your body has enough lipids, enough stored fat that it can pull upon. Because after you burn off those carbohydrates, remember, carbs are the fast source of energy, you might not have enough energy storage unless you have some lipids on hand. Lipids also make up cell membranes. So they are very important for life because all living things are made of cells. Of course, an excessive amount of lipids could be a bad thing for your health. Remember, it's all about moderation. Okay, next, proteins. Now, when you hear about proteins, a lot of times you might think about power bars. They say they have a lot of protein in them and that they help with muscle building. Well, protein is great for muscle building. Examples of foods that are high in protein include meats and many types of beans. The monomers of protein are amino acids. So sometimes you see these labels that say, this has 20 amino acids in this food. And really, they're just trying to say that it has protein. Because proteins are made of amino acids, so that's just some fancy advertising for you. But in addition to being important for muscle development, protein is also very important for other functions, such as working in the immune system and acting as enzymes. Remember, enzymes are made of proteins, so proteins are important for the body. Now, when we start talking about genes, the DNA genes, not the genes you wear, the DNA codes for proteins that are very important for structure and function in the body. The last biomolecule is known as a nucleic acid. Nucleic acids include DNA and RNA, which we'll get to when we get to genetics. They have a monomer called a nucleotide. That's going to be an easy one for you to remember because nucleotide sounds a lot like nucleic acid. And if considering DNA and RNA, both of these are involved in genetic information for the coding of your traits. They are found in a lot of your food because whenever you eat something that came from something once living, it can still contain the DNA. For example, when you eat a strawberry, you're actually consuming all the cells that make up that strawberry. And in the nucleus of all those strawberry cells is DNA. Plants and animals both have DNA. In fact, any type of life must contain nucleic acids to direct the cell's activities. So we just powered through introducing the 4 biomolecules by providing examples, exploring their monomers, and giving some general functions. One last very important part to mention is the structure of these biomolecules. Understanding the structure can help with predicting their properties and easily being able to identify them. One thing I like to tell students to do is to write the 4 biomolecules in the same order that we went through: carbs, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Then remember this mnemonic device that goes with these 4 biomolecules. Cho, cho, chom, chomp. Instead of chomp at the end with an M, it's chomp at the end with an N. The C stands for carbon, the H stands for hydrogen, the O for oxygen. So carbs, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids all have that cho in there. It's just that proteins and nucleic acids also have an N, which is nitrogen. And nucleic acids additionally have a P.
Okay, this is more for chemistry. You don't have to know about it, but at least right now you know that our skin or our body has proteins, carbohydrate, and what's the other one? Lipid. Okay, lipid. It's LIP, the lipid. Okay, so that's why our intercellular lipid and proteins surround the cells. That means if this is our cell, around it, it's all lipid and protein. 如果这个是我们的细胞，我们细胞的周围都是这个 lipid 之类 ，OK， 还有蛋白 ，OK， 在我们细胞之间。So our cell is all surrounded by intercellular lipid and proteins. Okay, intercellular. Okay, 细胞间 intercellular 是细胞间。Okay, ceramides are a group of waxy lipid molecules important to barrier function and water holding capacity, such as glycolipids. Okay, so glycolipid is part of a ceramide. Ceramide, it's a big word. Ceramide consists of many things. Like glycolipid is part of ceramides. Ceramides. Okay, so what is ceramide? Ceramides is made up of fatty acids that is found, high concentration found in the cell membrane. Okay, it's actually one of your so you can actually buy them in like serums or capsules. Okay, you can put it on your skin. But there's different kinds of ceramides. So glycolipids is one form of ceramide. This is, for example, our skin, right? This is our skin. Our skin has lipids like glycol. This is our first layer of skin, right? This is our first layer of skin. Our first layer of skin has what? Our first layer of skin has phospholipid, glycolipid, triglycerine, squalene, waxes. All this on our first layer of skin.
Teacher, is Instagram cons. What is that? Stratum? Instagram?
Sorry, Sushila, I cannot understand a thing what you said.
Read the second line. Holding capacity of the Instagram.
What is this? You forgot. What is this?
That is the first layer of skin.
Yes, first layer of your epidermis, not the first layer of your skin. The first layer of your skin is the epidermis. Strontium corneum is the first layer of your epidermis. You understand?
Stratum corneum is the first layer of epidermis.
Yes. We just went through this. Epidermis is the first layer of your skin, and strontium corneum is the very first layer of your epidermis. Last week we saw the video. You forgot everything?
I'll repeat once when I finish the class.
Epidermis has 5 layers.
Oh yeah. I knew it now.
Strontium corneum is the very first layer of your epidermis. You remember now?
Yeah. Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what's your question?
No. You said the first layer of skin is glycolyrs. That's it. Glycolyrs.
Huh?
You said the first layer of skin is glycolipids.
I did not say the fourth layer of the skin is glycolipid. When did I say the fourth layer is glycolipid? I say the first layer of your skin. The first layer of your skin, you can find phospholipid, glycolipid, cholesterol, and triglycerides, and squalene. All these are found on the first layer of your skin.
Okay.
All this, okay, are called ceramides. Okay? Phospholipids, glycolipids, triglycerides, all these are considered ceramides. These are a group of waxy lipid. Lipid is fats, right? Just now I already explained.
Yes.
Lipid is fat.
Waxy means?
It's wax. You know wax? You know when you go do wax?
Yes.
Yeah, that's waxy. Okay, so the fat is sticky. Waxy means the fat is sticky. That's why it's waxy lipid. Okay, they're sticky fats. Okay, so so this one, if you look at this picture, this is your strontium corneum. 表皮层的第一层 strontium corneum 死皮层 you can find skin ceramide. All the lipids, all the dots are your lipids. Okay, ceramide. It means all this. Phospholipid, glycolipid, triglycerine, squalene, waxes. All these are your skin ceramide. Okay, that's on your first layer of your skin to protect the skin against dirt. Okay, that's why you have to wash your face with cleanser to remove the dirt and then rinse it with water. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
大家明白吗？需要我翻译吗？ OK? 没问题。梁英、李安 OK. Okay, let's go for a break. 我们去 take break. Come back 35, 45, at 11:55, 11:55回来. Okay, I'll see you guys at 11:55, 11:55